New at 5, a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer has ties right here in Milwaukee. Sister Rosetta Tharpe just happens to be the great aunt of our own Tony Atkins. During our Black History Month coverage, Tony Atkins went digging into his own family's history.
Sister Rosetta Tharpe was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018, 45 years after she died. Today, family she met later in life says her influence remains stronger than ever. This is Sister Rosetta Tharpe, my great aunt, legend, musical pioneer. It's something we all knew within our family. But it was my younger cousin, Tiana Atkins, a family historian, who decided one day to take things a little further.
I saw an article that mentioned that she was in an unmarked grave for 30 years.
Nicknamed the godmother of rock and roll, Sister Rosetta drew large crowds, influencing generations of artists such as Elvis, Johnny Cash, and Little Richard. Born in Cotton Plant, Arkansas in 1915, she moved north to Chicago with her mother, where she eventually developed as the musical icon she's remembered as today. Her father, Willie Atkins, remained in Arkansas. Historians on record say little is known about her father, but
she talked a lot about my daddy, and she wanted to know more about my daddy because she thought that I looked like my daddy.
DONELL Atkins, or Pops as I call him, is Sister Rosetta's younger brother. He's also my grandfather. At 84, he remembers being a high school student, traveling city to city with his sister on her tour bus.
I spent my summer vacation with her, and we went everywhere, all over.
Sister Rosetta and her brother reconnected later in their life. During the height of her fame, she took the time traveling back to Arkansas to learn more about her roots.
Because of segregation, she was not able to stay in the white hotels, and she stayed in the hotel down the street from our house.
EFFIE McGee is Rosetta's niece. She met Rosetta as a 10-year-old little girl, even seeing her play live in the Jim Crow South to fanfare of mixed crowds.
To see all those people were there to see my auntie, it made me think that I was somebody.
Inside our brother's Northside Milwaukee church, together, EFFIE, Pops, Tiana, and I listened to one of her songs. A Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, finally. She now has a tombstone, her own stamp, and even a stretch of Arkansas highway named in her honor.
I'm 71, so I have pretty much gone as far as I could go.
Now Tiana has picked up where EFFIE left off, making sure Sister Rosetta's legacy survives generations in the Atkins family lore, as it will in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So it's really an accomplishment to know that I was able to give her credit in a way that honors her from a family perspective, but just also as an individual.
And she certainly had an influence lasting generations. Even me personally, I'm just honored to have such a legacy within my own blood here in Milwaukee. Reporting in the city of Milwaukee, Tony Atkins, TMJ4 News.
Talk to your grandparents, folks. They have great stories to tell. For more stories celebrating Black excellence in our community, head to tmj4.com/blackhistory.